How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So, unfortunately, today I'm going to be talking about Phantom Seer getting canceled. Yeah, it sucks. Definitely been selling all right. Yeah, it's got reprints, all this, but it's been low on Shonen Jump's popularity polls, and we all know how Shonen Jump works. If you're low on the popularity polls, you're out. They don't care. This is Shonen Jump, and I don't know all the details about the stuff going on with Phantom Seer. The main thing I know is as of Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 18, it is entering its final stage, so that will be the last chapter. So, I mean, it's still not like it's the shortest thing ever in the world. Like, it's still an okay amount of substance to read. Definitely not as much as I would like. Definitely not as much as there could have been. On the bright side, I have enjoyed my time with the series. On the bright side, Weekly Shonen Jump is still looking very good right now. There's still a lot of stuff to enjoy. But yeah, it's kind of a shame. I mean, granted my channel is very, very new, kind of like the series, although my channel is much newer than even the series is. But it was the second series I decided to discuss on my channel and do reviews for, because I kind of wanted to start with newer series and kind of wanted to let my channel grow with those communities. And obviously, also, I'm going to do stuff that more people are interested in, because while Phantom Seer and Kaiju number 8, the two main things on the channel at the moment, are at least somewhat popular. I mean, there's thousands upon thousands of people who read these series. They don't have anime right now. They're not widely popular in pop culture. So, yeah, it's been kind of this small thing that I've enjoyed with a few of you guys. And yeah, I mean, nobody wants a series they like to get canceled. But I'm not going to sit here and act like Phantom Seer was like this phenomenal series that was going to be the next Jujutsu Kaisen or Attack on Titan or One Piece or Naruto or anything like that. I do think it could have been good enough to stick around for a while, but that's beside the point. What I kind of want to do here today is more of just talk about what I think the series could do, where I think it might head, and look back on things I've enjoyed through the series so far. And then maybe I'll come back after the series is over, kind of look back at the whole thing, and maybe theory craft from there on where things could have gone instead. So yeah, this is more to just have fun with it. I'm not here to sit around and mope about it. I mean, I don't really sit around and mope about a whole lot of things. I'd rather enjoy things than mope about them. So, I actually guess I want to start with going back a little ways, and then we'll talk about where I think things might go. One thing is, when I was thinking of doing this and talking about this, the first thing I thought of was actually way back in chapter 3 was the Sakabashira tree. This tree with a shit ton of faces that just kept talking and yammering and yammering. And then Iori just demolishes this thing with a phantom that he absorbed in, I believe, chapter 2, technically. Yeah, I think chapter 1 was the, 2. So, he absorbs the phantom in the previous chapter, and then annihilates the phantom in chapter 3 with that phantom he absorbed, and the Sakabashira tree is just saying Iori's last name over and over again, because even this random Sakabashira tree phantom in this random abandoned warehouse, house, whatever the hell it was, knows who Iori is. This random ass phantom. Do they have phantom Twitter? Like, yo, hashtag Katanagi twins suck. Like, is that just going through phantom Twitter so they all know who these people are? Like, it was great. It really showed you the prestige that comes with being one of the Katanagi siblings. Like, they are very well known and very powerful. Even though Iori's still very young, the random ass phantom knows. And then I also love how, when we finally get to Tsukuyomi Manor, was it manor or mansion? I don't remember. Either or is basically the same thing. When we get there, we see another Sakabashira tree, but this one's completely different. He's all nice and happy, and he's literally the caretaker of the entire mansion. It was great. I loved it. Another thing, obviously from the last chapter, we got Iori cloaking himself with Onyoki. And while that was absolutely insane and incredible, and I can't wait to see more of him fighting like that now that Riku is going to help him control it, that makes me, now that I'm doing this video, remember back to the first time we saw Onyoki. And that was intense. Talking about the phantom that he absorbed, how do you think he absorbed that phantom? He let Onyoki out Onyoki stabs through this thing while it laughs maniacally while standing on its shadow using Shikamaru powers, and just sits there just cackling as it drags it back through the gates of what I assume can only be hell. So yeah, that was amazing. Not to mention, like, he has an entire battlefield's worth of swords and blades just sticking out of his back. Huge ribs coming through his shadow chest just sticking out, well, blade ribs. Huge flowing white cloak, this old style, I guess, I don't know, samurai-ish mask. I'm not great with traditional Japanese culture, don't quote me on nothing, but very ornate Japanese style mask, big ol' horns on him, absolutely looks intense. And if there's one thing that I will regret when I eventually pass on from this world, is the fact that I will never get to see that animated by, like, a full-fledged animation studio. That would have been absolutely wonderful. And if I have a second regret, it would be the fact that I'll never get to see Miss Kondo's transformation. Not gonna get to say that too many more times, I think. Unfortunately. I'm never gonna get to see that animated either, because that would have been absolutely insane. That would have been cool as hell. So yeah, I think those might be, maybe Iori wearing Onyoki. I think those are my top 3 at the moment so far in the first, like, 29 chapters. Those are the top 3 moments that I really dearly wish I could see animated, but unfortunately will not get to. So, yeah, those were absolutely incredible. I also like how, and I commented this in the comments on one of the most recent videos, I think it's chapter 29 review, I really love how in this little Puppet Master arc we're in at the moment, we started with Kondo wearing her Phantom and using its ability to fight with her physical body. Something we hadn't seen much in the series. Before now, this wasn't much of a series of really duking it out with your physical body. It was more of summoning something to do the job for you and help. But she wore it as a cloak and used it to fight with her physical body. Then Kenma wraps his divinity's power around him. I almost forgot what it was called for a second. Kenma wraps his divinity's power around him, and while he doesn't exactly, like, brawl very much with it, he does envelop the power around himself, wear like a cloak, and just shoot stuff from himself. Now we have Iori wearing Onyoki as a cloak, using it to fight with his physical body. Granted, Iori always used his little, like, shadow sword and whatnot, but that it still wasn't like he was Ichigo or anything. It wasn't Bankai, okay? So he's wearing that to really up his physical ability. And I love how that's kind of been a theme for all of our Phantoms over the arc. And I hope that's kind of used as, like, the end game of power scaling for shamans in the series. So, say shamans have their normal abilities. Iori can summon his shadows, whatnot, all that stuff. Absorb other phantoms. Kenma can use his Tengu. Kondo can use her Kusari Guhin, I believe. Yes, Kusari Guhin. And they can all use them and use their abilities kind of like more of a wizard or like a stand-ish, sort of. Kind of outside of them, standing back, using an ability from far away. I like the idea of them taking that and combining it with their physical body and using that as kind of the high-level abilities of shamans. Kind of like hockey in One Piece. You can be plenty strong, but then to get to that upper tier endgame level, you kind of want to have some hockey. To get to the upper tier kind of endgame level for shamans, you want to be able to cloak yourself with your phantom or whatever it is that you use. So I like that idea. I want to see that be the way we are fighting at the end of the series when we get to chapter 50, 51, 49, whatever the hell's going to go on down on that end of the line. So yeah, I want to see that be kind of the endgame power level. Something I've actually seen a complaint about with Iori's backstory was with Yayoi being not all-knowing, but very seemingly closer than you think she should be. why didn't she do more to protect that beckoning hand and all of that? I do want to debunk that by saying it was brought up that Yayoi was out of state. Like, she wasn't around back then. Iori lived on his own. He was on his own. She was not helping. She was not there. So I will kind of let that slide. I enjoy the parallel between Yori's backstory and what's going on with him and Riku right now. And with the fact that even Riku and Sumiki? I probably wrong. Might be right though. No, that's wrong. What the hell is her name? I need to start remembering this. I need to start remembering some of these things a little bit better. But the fact that Riku and the other back in the they even look very similar. And now, instead of handling things the way he did with her, even though it was kind of a similar situation where she was helping, Yori's now being more trusting and more open with Riku's help. He's trusting in her and working with her, not just doing his own thing and having her trail to keep up and help from the back end without any help on his part. You can help somebody help you, or you can let somebody help you. In the past, Iori let her help him. Now he is helping her help him. I like the fact that he learned that lesson. The fact that he isn't just pushing her away and not wanting the help. And he's actually paying attention to Riku. Because he feels like if he had paid attention to the girl in the past, I'm sorry that I'm not saying her name, I don't feel like looking it up right now. If he would have paid attention to her more and helped her help him more, he might have been able to notice before she died. Now, he doesn't want that same thing to happen with Riku. Even though, granted, her ability isn't the same, she wouldn't be absorbing his shadow to just die from it or whatever. But, yeah, he doesn't want to make the same mistakes of the past. I enjoy that. So, I like the backstory. It wasn't, like, the greatest backstory of all time. I don't think anything in the series is that super deep. But it's enjoyable. It was fun. I liked it. I think it made good parallels to the present. And yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. So, talking about Yayoi, I changed my mind. My biggest regret is that I'll never see Yayoi animated. Why? Oh, man. Oh, it's so disappointing. So disappointing. But I am going to use Yayoi to kind of jump into the second half of the video, I guess you could say, that I want to talk about where I think things could go. I better see Yayoi let loose in the final battle. Okay? I want to see Yayoi plus Iori and Riku like smacking down on somebody. Like sitting them down in timeout. I hope the author decides to take this chance knowing they only have 23 chapters left. And I hope they go all out with it. I hope all of the cool stuff they wanted to show us, they just throw it out there. And whatever kind of narratives they wanted to tell, try to condense their favorite ones and fit them in there. Or try and condense the ones they think would work the best in the last 23 chapters and squeeze them in there. And yeah, just go all out with it. You have 20, you know how much you have left. Unfortunately, it's not as much as probably them or any of us wanted. I'm sure even the author wanted this to go a lot longer, just like all of us. But yeah, I hope they go all out. At least at the end in the last like 10 chapters, knowing it's it. I hope we set up a big fight to end it out. And yeah, I want to see Yayoi let loose like we ain't never seen her do, because we ain't never really seen her let loose. We better see that Black Thunder thing again. We better see Yayoi and Iori use Black Thunder again. That's all I'm saying. If we don't get to see that at least one more time, I am going to be severely disappointed. Not that I'm not already disappointed. So yeah. But I could kind of see it going where Senju Doji ends up retreating at some point from the battle we are currently in, and the puppet master wanting to help Iori and the shamans, mainly because of the fact that when Senju Doji appeared in the most recent chapter, the puppet master didn't seem too thrilled to see her. It was kind of a look of, oh God, Senju's here. Oh no, 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 take me home, mommy. I don't wanna be here anymore. Like that, she wasn't having fun, and she also seemed very intrigued when Iori, wearing Onyoki, used like 3 black shadow arms, all to reach out, grab his friends, and pull them back to protect them. She said, "Oh, they're arms." Like, kind of intrigued and wondering, like, you could see some gears turning in there because she has Senju Doji's arm. Senju Doji's entire thing is arms. So that parallel between Senju Doji and Iori, Senju being the person she serves, but also the person that obviously is not like her favorite person in the world. Like, your favorite person in the world walks in the door unexpectedly. You don't go, "Oh, hi. Hello, how you doing?" Like, that's not the reaction you have. So, she's also a child. Okay, she's a child who accepted Senju Doji's help because she was alone in the world and didn't have anybody else, and just really wanted to be able to be with her dolls because the dolls were abandoned just like her. So it's not like Senju Doji really did anything to make her like her that much. She was just a way out from a lonely situation for a small child who kind of needed help. So I could see her wanting to help the shamans. I don't know if she's necessarily going to like fight against Senju Doji, because I'm assuming if she chooses to help the shamans, I'm assuming they're going to have to take off her arm the same way they took off Kanzuki's arm. Otherwise, Senju Doji could kind of just appear out of nowhere at any point in time. So yeah, I could see the shamans kind of taking her in, taking the arm off after Senju Doji retreats for whatever reason. I don't see this where we're at right now being the full final battle. I feel like we're gonna leave a couple chapters to get ready. The puppet master tells us, "Hey, I know where the hideout is." We round up all our shamans. We get Yori, Kenma, Kondo, Riku, Yayoi, the fire dude from earlier in the series, Mr. Akama. We get, do we have any other? We get that one girl, that one weird little fox girl that Kansuki did the things to. Get her. Maybe she still has some like residual power or something. Who knows? I don't know. Get everybody. Get everyone. Take them all to the hideout. And we have a final clash for the last, like, I don't know, 10 chapters. One huge final clash. That's kind of where I'm hoping it goes, because, I mean, we don't have a lot of time to wrap everything up, and I'm sure there's plenty of things the author still wants to show us. There's plenty of things I still want to see. So I think that would be a good way to do it. I don't really see any great ways to turn something into a masterpiece in 23 more chapters, unless it's already a masterpiece in the first 29 chapters, which is kind of hard to do. So yeah, let's just go all out. Have a final battle. We've already established, like, it's not hard to work away for the puppet master to get away. I mean, that's what we've been trying to do, is capture conceiving hands. Like, that's the entire point. So yeah, mission completes. Senju Doji leaves because the puppet master tries to betray her. And yeah, because, okay, tell me right now, if the puppet master switches sides, even if she just like, all right, hey, lop my arm off now, get it out, boom, done. And now it's just Senju Doji versus everybody else there. I think Senju Doji would rather retreat, get her other conceiving hands, and then take the fight to them. So yeah, I don't see this right here being the final thing, because obviously we don't even have everybody here. I guess that's going to be it. This recording's already over 20 minutes, even though I have plenty to edit out. I don't really see why I need to make this video too terribly long. To wrap it all up, I think we can have a lot of fun left with this series. It's only 29 chapters, and we get 23 more. We're almost doubling what we're at right now, so we still have plenty of time to have fun. It's going to be around for a little bit. It's not like it's going to be gone next month. So let's just enjoy what we have left. No reason to dwell on it being canceled. No reason to be that upset. Enjoy what we have. Enjoy what's coming. Theory craft. Come up with fun ideas that you think might happen. Don't get too attached to them because then you might be disappointed. And go back, reread. Look at all the fun things that happened before, the things that made you enjoy it up into the first 29 chapters. If you're disappointed that it's being canceled, go back and relive some of those memories that made you get to the point where you are disappointed that it's canceled. Go have fun with it. Enjoy what you have with it. And yeah, I guess it's going to be it. I'm going to get out of here. Next chapter on Sunday. It'll be out. Kaiju number 8 coming out tomorrow, the next day. I don't even know what day it is. I'm pretty sure Kaiju number 8 is coming out tomorrow. Thank God. We've had a break last week, and before that we had a chapter, and before that we had a break, and before that we had a chapter. I really hope we do not have a break on that next week. But with that being said, I'm out of here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you next time. I'm out.